Well, there's been a very clear breakout over the past week, and this has come on the back of a number of concerns in emerging markets. It was triggered with Turkey, but it seems that the concerns are a bit more broad-based in terms of emerging market economies, currency. So there's been a breakout on the dollar index and a breakdown on euro-dollar. It does appear that we'll probably stay on this trend, and you can see from the charts at the top of the channel comes in a bit closer to 99, and thereafter we've got levels just above 100. So we could be here for a few weeks with this trend of seeing a stronger dollar, generally speaking.
And when do you think it would hit that upper limit then?
It's difficult to work out exactly when, but I'd say multi-week perspective. You know, we're talking several weeks from now, rather than the very short term. And then we'll reassess as some of those levels are tested around 99 or 100.
And should we read into this then more pain for the EM currencies?
I think for the near term, absolutely. I mean, it's not just the dollar chart, it's a number of other charts. There's a lot of equity market charts that look concerning. Commodities are down. So the dollar's rallying against a lot of emerging market currencies. So I think that's the way to look at it. And looking at some of the targets, we're looking at least a period of a couple of weeks before this market turmoil settles, and it could be even longer.
When we talk about what's happening with the safe haven play as well, we traditionally think of the Japanese yen, although the US dollar has been the beneficiary of some of the safe haven plays over the last few days too. So how do you work around this? Where do you see US dollar yen based on your charts?
Well, actually, so they're both doing well. The dollar's doing well,
exactly.
The yen's doing well. Dollar yen hasn't really done too much this week, for example, but actually looking at dollar yen, it's beginning to look somewhat similar to January, where we peaked at 113 then, at the beginning of the year, and we peaked again just above 113 last month. And the way it's trading, the manner in which it's coming down and consolidating, it looks like we can go lower. So the next supports on dollar yen are around 109.20. And thereafter, you know, if the volatility really remains, we could be talking about levels around 108. So it could be the case that the yen actually trumps the thing in the short term over the next few weeks.
And when you say if volatility remains, I mean, what would the catalyst be? What are you watching out for? Is it based around, let's say, a breakthrough in these trade talks or something else out there?
I mean, it could be all sorts of things. In fact, you know, the increased volatility that we've seen now, the way we've looked at it over the past week or so is that Turkey was a trigger. It felt like something was brewing anyway. Dollar yen was coming off a little bit. Remember, equities in Asia, at least, have been on the back foot for quite some time. So we don't know what the trigger could be. It could be anything. It could be another move down in euro-dollar, for example. Very often when you get things like this is where the positioning is that gets squared up. So anything could really be the trigger. There could be a number of events. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what that could be.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.